Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has said the impact of Cyclone Amphan was worse than coronavirus and at least 10 to 12 people have died. Cyclone Amphan battered West Bengal, uprooting trees, damaging buildings and snapping power and communication lines. The cyclone made landfall in the evening towards Sundarbans. Kolkata and nearby areas witnessed winds of over 100 kilometers per hour and pounding rain. The worst hit areas have been north and south 24 Parganas and Digha. Over 5 lakh people were taken to shelters in West Bengal and over 1 lakh in Odisha. So you can see these visuals that are coming in this morning from Kolkata of the type of damage that the cyclone caused yesterday, the cyclone and the high-speed winds. Well, let's go across to Monideepa for more. Monideepa, now it's only now that we're finding out the kind of impact the cyclone has had. Of course, all of you felt it yesterday. Power lines were cut. Many houses were flooded yesterday, and now we're seeing the kind of damage that has been caused.
And we are only talking about Kolkata here, Gargi. That's the news that we are getting from across Kolkata. Vast parts of the state are without connection, and getting information out is almost proving to be impossible. So we will just have to wait and wait for the bad news from the districts, because South 24 Parganas, North 24 Parganas, parts of East Midnapur, West Midnapur, Howrah, Hooghly, and even up as far as Nadia, we are hearing the situation was grim last night, and of course everywhere damage is being reported, loss of life is being reported. I'm at Salt Lake, and even right here where I live, trees are down by the dozen. You can see one behind me that is kind of blocking the road in front of my house. And in this particular block of Salt Lake, there are so many trees that have fallen, that this is just as an example that people are having difficulty getting out of the block in the first place. But to the loss of lives, the dreadful news coming in. Last night we had 3 confirmed people dead. They were all from the districts. One was from Howrah, another one was from Minakha in North 24 Parganas, and a third, a young man out of Bushirhat, also in North 24 Parganas. Late last night we also heard that 2 people had possibly died, and that's been confirmed now at Regent Park in Kolkata itself, when a wall collapsed, a wall under which they were clearly sheltering. The Chief Minister has said 10 to 12 people may be dead, but the kind of ferocity we saw yesterday is ominous. The damage to property, enormous. Hundreds and hundreds of houses have collapsed. Pakka houses, a few of those too, but mostly kacha houses out in the districts. They have just vanished, merged with the earth, as it were. Kacha houses made of just mud or just plain bricks that had not been cemented over. As for trees, that is going to be the biggest challenge, clearing the trees. Already, ministers are out on the streets trying to clear them. Tree cutters were dispatched to several districts by yesterday itself. You never realized how badly they would be needed. And then there is the power situation. Last night, vast parts of Kolkata and other parts of the districts went without power for hours. Some of the power outage was intentional, so that there was no electrocution. So that was a big issue. Power went out for hours, was restored late at night. In other places, the power just went because lines collapsed. And there have been reports already of electrocution in Barakpur, which is north of Kolkata, where apparently a woman's body, and this is not accounted for, I don't have a confirmation, but a woman's body was just found lying on a narrow lane. She had been electrocuted. So that was one reality that the government had to deal with, electrocution from fallen power lines. So what we had is in the middle of the Tandav, which is the word that Mamata Banerjee used, she ordered that no more tree cutting or removal of poles was necessary. Let the whole cyclone subside and then we'll do it, because the people who are going in to clear the debris, they were at huge risk. So another issue that has happened in the villages, and I was talking to a few people in the, whose families are in villages, they were saying that, people were very reluctant, as always, to go to relief shelters because they'd have to leave their home behind, their cattle behind, and so they stayed home and bore the brunt of the storm, and the damage is incredible. We'll have to wait and see what happens next. In the meantime, Mamata Banerjee last night perhaps put it best when she said that Sharbonash hoye geche, which means it is a catastrophe, and she expressed shock and grief for what had happened. It was like a personal loss, all the lives lost, all the properties lost, she said. She also said that we would have to rebuild the two districts, North and South 24 Parganas, from scratch. And the kind of money that she's looking at from the centre is about 1 lakh crore rupees. Also a strong message there to the centre that let's not have politics on this. We need help. We need help on humanitarian grounds.